assets, real value.
Good morning. It's the 9th January 2026. It's Friday. There's so much going on. My first story is about the farmers in the United Kingdom. The farmers in France. They're standing up against their government because their leaders are not representing their people. But it's very interesting also that in the UK and in France, mainstream media are not covering the farmers standing up. Which side are you on? You're supposed to be putting out the news. You're not. You're putting out propaganda. This is why people are turning off from your channels. Because you're not telling the truth and you're not putting the truth out there. The stuff you put out in your news, allegedly, is that Keir Starmer and Macron have signed an agreement with Ukraine to defend its borders. You can't even defend your own. What do you think your people think of you? Morning, Drew.
Good morning, Charlie. Good morning, everyone. Well, breaking news out of Iran. Overnight, major protests are unfolding across the country with a massive crowd reported on the streets of Tehran. A nationwide internet blackout has been reported, limiting communication and independent verification. Iranian state media says flights have been suspended at Tabriz International Airport. Human rights group report more than 340 protests across all 31 provinces, with at least 34 protesters and 2 security officers killed and over 2,000 arrests. Multiple Iranian state and semi-official media outlets are also reportedly down or experiencing outages.
We're misled as to what Iran is all about. Yes, they've got extremist problems in Iran. I get that. But we've got extremist problems in Europe. We've got extremist problems in the UK. But we're rather quiet about that. The one thing that Iran is doing right now is dealing with his Islamic extremists. They're dealing with them. We're not. We're encouraging them. It's time to wake up to what's really going on. There's a young man in America called Nick Fuentes. Some people love him. Some people hate him. He's a bit like Andrew Tate. He says it as it is. And sometimes it goes against the grain. But this is, like Andrew, this is another actor in the movie that is playing a key role in exposing what's good and what's bad in the Middle East. Drew.
Next up, top diplomats from Greenland and Denmark have met with White House officials as President Trump renews interest in US ownership of Greenland.
Well, this is going to be very interesting because there's a lot of strategy in play for this. Very close to Russia, very close to America. And this will be very interesting to see how this is settled. Because if America takes control of Greenland, which it will, that's the end of NATO. And I said to you a long time ago, NATO's days are over, like the EU, like the UN. They're all coming to an end. What I didn't know was how they were going to come to an end. And this is what we're seeing in plain sight. That was the news. We'll see you tomorrow on the Insiders Club. Have a good day.
Bye-bye.
Noble Gold. Real assets, real value.